This Memorial Day weekend, we honor the fallen at America's Home for Racing.
The 66th running of the Coca-Cola 600.
Good evening and welcome. This is the WHKY News for Thursday, April 17th. I'm Ralph Mangum. The WHKY News is on over-the-air TV on channel 14.2 at 5:30 and 10 every weekday. And you can find us online at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, a man received a prison sentence after pleading guilty in a Catawba County case involving the death of his young daughter. Rob Eastwood reports from the Justice Center.
The defendant in this case was charged in connection to the death of his daughter, who was not even a year and a half old when she ingested methamphetamine and fentanyl and died from an overdose of those drugs. The defendant could spend up to 19 years in prison following his sentencing here at the Catawba County Justice Center earlier this week. 35-year-old Lucas Shane Scrance of Hickory was sentenced to 15 to 19 years in prison for second-degree murder. Scrance entered a guilty plea in Catawba County Superior Court Tuesday. He was convicted for his involvement in connection to the February 2024 death of his 16-month-old daughter, Ivy. At that time, deputies responded to a Newton residence after receiving a 911 call regarding a deceased child. An autopsy showed that the child died of fentanyl and methamphetamine toxicity. During a search of the residence, deputies found unsafe living conditions in the home, observing drugs and paraphernalia at various locations throughout the residence. The defendant claimed he was asleep when the child died. He admitted there was open and frequent drug use in the residence. The Catawba County Sheriff's Office investigated this case. So once again, a 15 to 19 year prison sentence for Lucas Shane Scrance, who entered a guilty plea earlier this week to second-degree murder in connection to the death of his 16-month-old daughter. Reporting from the Catawba County Justice Center in Newton, I'm Rob Eastwood, WHKY News.
Thank you, Rob. Yesterday at Lake Lure, senior brass from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers met with local leaders and reporters to provide an update on the debris removal mission at the lake and elsewhere in western North Carolina. Major General Jason E. Kelly is the Deputy Commanding General for Civil and Emergency Operations. Quoting Major General Kelly now, "We've been here since the beginning and we will remain until the mission is complete," close quote. Under the direction of FEMA, the Army Corps of Engineers has been in western North Carolina for more than 200 days, helping residents and communities bounce back following Hurricane Helene's devastating floods. The Army Corps has cleared more than 4.27 million cubic yards of debris, with more than an estimated 1 million cubic yards still to be removed in the next 2 months from Rutherford County waterways, which include Lake Lure and Chimney Rock. The Iredell-Statesville Schools Board of Education approved a plan to cut $3 million from its proposed budget for 2025-2026 during Monday's board meeting. According to the Iredell Free News, the school board voted unanimously to approve the proposed spending plan presented by Chief Finance Officer Adam Steele and other school district administrators at a committee meeting last week. Among the cuts under the approved plan, a dozen teaching positions will not be filled next school year. Central office staff will be reduced and the virtual academy will close. A virtual academy parent who spoke during the public comment period asked the board to reconsider the recommendation to close the virtual academy at the end of the school year. For more, go to WHKY.com. With more news from Iredell County, here now is WHKY's Arianna Mack.
Iredell Memorial Hospital has once again been placed in the top 25 best hospitals in the state by Business North Carolina. Business North Carolina hospital rankings are generated using more than 25 healthcare metrics with an emphasis on data collected from the U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Other sources include the Leapfrog Group, which named Iredell Memorial a top hospital for 2024, Blue Center of Distinction awards from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina and U.S. News and World Report ratings. Iredell Memorial Hospital was also named a Blue Distinction Center by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina for excellence in knee and hip replacement surgery and maternity care. This recognition is based on input from the medical community and patient safety data. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. In today's crime report, a trafficking arrest in Caldwell, plus arrest for arson and meth in Catawba County. In local sports, a Newton Conover grad, now an LR women's tennis player, has won an SAC academic award. And in community-focused news from App State's Hickory campus, along with news from the Alexander County Board of Elections. A beautiful day today with highs in the low 70s, even warmer for the next 4 days with highs in the low to mid 80s through Monday. Back in the 70s starting next Tuesday and throughout the rest of next week with a chance of rain each day ranging from about 30 to 60%. Look for a complete weather forecast anytime at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. You're watching the WHKY News.